Quick Tip Tuesday. How do you choose inspectors and other service providers? Oftentimes, I am asked by buyers who I recommend have inspect their home or their property, who's a good surveyor or an appraiser or engineer or any other professional we need to get involved in that the transaction. My recommendation to you is you need to choose who you are most comfortable with and is going to meet your expectations. Everyone has a different level of expectations of how thorough they think the report should be, what they feel like the inspector should be covering. Cost even comes into play. For someone like me who is a super analytical person, I may prefer a 200-page report about a home and that inspector's there for 4 or 5 hours. Someone who just wants me to, wants the highlights to say like, hey, tell me if there's something hugely wrong here or a big repair coming up. They may be happy with an inspector doing a quick casual walkthrough that takes an hour or less. So one, choosing your own inspector or other service provider allows you to choose someone who you are comfortable with, who meets your expectations. Two, it also eliminates any chance that there is confusion or speculation about unbiased information being delivered to you. If I would choose an inspector and they miss something, guess what? You're probably going to be really upset with me, even though I had nothing to do with the inspection and I just gave you a name. So for me, I just can't put myself in that position and then hold the liability for someone else. So I always recommend call and interview the inspector or service provider that you're wanting to engage with and ask some questions. How long have they been doing it? How long are you going to be at the property? What they charge? All of the things that are important to you so that way you make the best decision. Unfortunately, there are really no standards for inspectors. Real estate providers and real estate agents, appraisers, we are bound by Missouri statutes and regulations and have to abide by all these laws and rules. There really isn't a board for the state of Missouri that governs every inspector. So tomorrow I could decide I wanted to go out and become an inspector, get some business cards made up and go around and start inspecting homes. So there are, again, just different levels of expertise, experience. And then my last point I want to leave with you is that when you choose an inspector, make sure that inspector is performing inspections and making comments and statements that are within the scope of their expertise. If they are not a termite inspector, or they are not a septic inspector, or they are not a radon inspector, while they can make some really general statements, you have to be very careful that they're not making statements that might be untruthful or beyond what they actually know and understand and can make reports on. So if you have any questions about maybe what you should ask an inspector or things of that nature, I am happy to help. Don't hesitate to call, text, message, comment below, or of course stop by and see me. Talk to you soon.